Russell Findlay.
So where's the Mossmorran transition plan that was promised? The reason he didn't produce one is because John Swinney instead fixates on net zero policies that will hit Scots in the pocket, like fining householders £15,000 if they don't get rid of their gas boilers. Scotland's oil and gas infrastructure is being decimated because of government policies. Now, last week, alongside Kemi Badenoch, I held a round table with leading oil and gas industry figures. They all say the most damaging policy risking jobs is the Energy Profits Levy. Their number one ask of Labour's budget next week is that it should be scrapped. And today I'm writing to Rachel Reeves, urging her to axe the EPL. And I'd like to ask if John Swinney would add his name to my letter.
First Minister.
I think for completeness I should point out to Parliament that the Energy Profits Levy was introduced by the Conservative government in the first place.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it was extended by the Conservative government. So
let's hear one another.
The issues around the energy profits levy are now very acute in relation to the oil and gas sector. And I don't need to add my name to the letter that Russell Findlay is talking about, because the Finance Secretary has already made these representations to the United Kingdom Government. And we are at a pivotal moment in relation to supporting the sustaining of employment in Scotland's economy as we ensure that we build up towards our clean energy and renewable future. And this requires the UK Government to heed the concerns that have been expressed by many people, including the Scottish Government, about the continuation of the Energy Profits Levy that was introduced by the Conservatives. Russell
Findlay.
The EPL must go and both governments must change direction. And if they don't, industry body Offshore Energies UK warns that 1,000 jobs will be lost every month until 2030. That's 1,000 jobs every single month. This is a national emergency. The Fraser of Allender Institute today released a new report which warns that, and I quote, jobs, tax revenues and regional economies are at risk. It says that skilled workers are either leaving the country or the industry altogether, and it estimates the cost to our economy could reach £13 billion. Unless Labour and the SNP change course, Scotland's world-leading oil and gas sector will be wiped out entirely, never to return. Does John Swinney at least accept that his government's hostility to oil and gas has contributed to this national emergency?
First Minister.
President, what the Scottish Government has done has been to put in place practical support to assist the communities that will inevitably be affected by the transition to net zero, particularly as the North Sea oil and gas sector reduces, because it is a mature basin, and that is a geological factor that we have to come to terms with. Now, we have set up, for example, the Oil and Gas Transition Training Fund, which is supporting eligible workers with funding for training to build the skills required for the sustainable energy approaches of the future. We've also put in place the North East and Moray Transition Fund, which is about putting in place practical financial support to assist in that transition. And indeed, I was privileged to be part of the new Skills Hub opening, which took place in Aberdeen just a few weeks ago. So the Government will take forward sustained support to assist in the management of the transition, which I recognise to be a significant threat to companies and to employees, but the Scottish Government will do all that we can to support workers. I appeal to the United Kingdom Government to take sympathetic policy decisions that will help in that respect as well.
Russell Findlay.
It's just an evasive insult to the oil and gas workers. He's offering a sticking plaster to a shotgun wound. The SNP opposes Rosebank. They oppose Cambo. They oppose Jackdaw. They support a ban on any new North Sea development. John Swinney could change this now, so why doesn't he? Well, he's worried that extremists in his own party and the Greens would unite and he would lose a vote in this Parliament. So let me make him another offer today. My party will support his government to overturn its presumption against new developments, we will give him the votes to protect thousands of Scottish jobs. So is John Swinney prepared to do the right thing?
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government's position is that any new oil and gas developments have got to pass a climate compatibility assessment to ensure that they are consistent with the agenda that we have got to take forward on net zero. That is the position of the Scottish Government, and indeed what has happened in judgments been made by courts in the United Kingdom has essentially reinforced that position and the necessity which the United Kingdom Government is now having to do to consider developments in that context. So that is the position of the Scottish Government. And what we will set out, what we've done, what we're delivering as practical assistance is the measures to support new business ventures in Grangemouth, the transition funds that we have available in the north east of Scotland, a recognition that government has got to be an active player in protecting industry and protecting employees, and that's exactly what the Scottish Government will do.